Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, today we're going to be talking about something that does not involve BH Rift. Crazy, right? We're going to be talking about an FOV slider. If you guys don't know what this is, it stands for Field of View. And a lot of video games, including every single video game ever made except for Fortnite, has something called an FOV slider. So you can select your FOV, you can select your field of view, which is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. If you have it selected higher, that means that you will be able to see more around you. Now, Fortnite has a default FOV of 80, and it is locked. You're unable to change that. In other games, they do have an FOV slider. In most first-person shooters, like Call of Duty, the default FOV is on 90. So despite Fortnite being a third-person video game, you can see less than video games that are in first-person, which is pretty unfortunate and pretty stupid. Now, people have been begging Epic Games to add a field of view slider for a very, very, very long time. But the reason that they claim that they will not allow anybody to use an FOV slider, and the entire reason that they removed stretched resolution, was because they said that they didn't want anybody to have an advantage over anybody else by changing a setting in-game. Yeah, you heard that right. That's pretty much exactly what Epic Games said. They don't want anyone to be able to change a setting in the game that'll give them an advantage over a player who's not using that setting. So by that logic, there should be no customizable keybinds, no aim assist, no colorblind settings, no visual settings at all, nothing of any kind. Everyone is on the same settings constantly, and everyone's playing on the same input. Seems pretty stupid, right? Yeah, that's because it is. In very many other video games, there is such a thing as an FOV slider, because you should be able to select the field of view in Fortnite. Now, that thing about not having an advantage was what Epic Games said the first time that it came up. The second time that people were begging for an FOV slider, Epic Games claimed that it was to prevent motion sickness. They said that they removed stretched resolution because some people were receiving like a type of motion sickness from it, which is completely untrue. Being able to see more would give you less motion sickness. It's been proven, there are studies shown that will prove to you in a millisecond that there is nothing wrong with having a higher field of view. Being able to see more is better for your eyes and brain to actually comprehend than having a low field of view game like Fortnite where you can't even see your player's feet. Now keep in mind that if you're playing this game on an iPad or an iPhone or any type of mobile device, you actually have an FOV of about 90 to 95. It was pretty much equivalent to stretched res because you were able to see so much more around you if you're playing mobile. So it seems kind of odd to me why there's not an FOV slider on PC or on console. Especially if everyone would be able to use it, you should still have it in the game. It seems kind of odd that they don't want people to be able to have an advantage, but at the same time let people adjust any other settings that they want to change. Like an FOV slider would be something that anybody can use. And if they don't want to do that, then they could just put up the minimum FOV from 80 to like 90 or 95. Let people see around them. There's so many times when people will jump in a box and the other person doesn't even know where they are, because not only are the colors in this game horrible, like the color palette they've been using recently is just disgusting and you can't see anything, but on top of that, it's just so bad because you can't even see where people are. You can't see hardly anything in this game. That makes box fighting extremely difficult, and I think that Epic Games should totally put the field of view up in this game or give people an option to do that themselves. Anyways, what do you guys think about this? Anyways, leave a comment, peace out, leave a like.